So, folks, I now am in DSA. I signed up, and I've been to 2 meetings now. Okay, yesterday was my introductory meeting, to try and onboard me, as part of the group, and it was pretty alright. If you've done a lot of, like, I don't know, organizing in companies or whatever, you might have done something similar. But basically, for a lot of the new people, they give you a spiel about what socialism is, what the priorities of DSA are, and DSA stands for Democratic Socialists of America. And what does that mean? What do they care about? What do they strive to accomplish? And uh, in broad strokes, how they accomplish those things. And then they basically info dump at you for about 30 minutes. And then the last like 25 minutes is kind of they break you up into smaller groups, and it's done. I did mine over Zoom. I presume that in person gatherings like this they would just do it in person, but you know. And then you basically just kind of go around, introduce yourselves. Why are you here? Kind of like what do you hope to accomplish? And then whoever is facilitating your broken away group basically gives you advice on how to accomplish those goals, or which parts of DSA you should invest time in and get involved with. And it was really nice. If I'm being completely honest, like, I, having maybe a bit more experience in politics than many other people who might be joining DSA right now, I didn't find that session particularly helpful. Other than if I had zero idea and had spent no time on the website and like had really just been guilted into signing up, or like, didn't have a wealth of information about what DSA was, then I might find it more helpful. That being said, my facilitator was great, and hooked me up with different parts of the DSA group that I did not know existed. So that was cool. That was nice. Um, and then today I had my first meeting with the electoral and uh, SIO committee, which is the Socialists in Office. So basically, it's part of my local DSA that liaisons with different lawmakers and helps to secure nominations for folks, or as the case may be, beat them away from our endorsements. Um, and it was pretty great. It was also facilitated by our one and only Gamer G, and she did a wonderful job. Um, it was a bit more meeting-y than I thought it would be, and I know that I've been talking a lot lately about how a lot of it is just going to meetings. They will feel like meetings, like that's what they're for, but they're for talking about things that actually impact your local community. And like, um for example, in this meeting that we were in, like, part of what we were deciding was like, how should, like, politicians and DSA interact in our local chapter. And that was a big part of the conversation that happened. And like, by getting involved in these DSA groups and in your local area, you can actually help decide that. It's really cool. But not only that, I learned about a project that is revamping a main thoroughfare in our 2 main cities in Minnesota. And what's on the line there is basically the state wants to take away a couple of the options that are popular with people who live in that area, that would return the land for the highway to the city, to do with what they would. So, and with initial plans being for a community center, affordable housing, etc. and it helps to it gives dedicated lanes to buses and light rail, and it's great. Like, that project should be what happens. And so I might join a call on Friday now to help improve that section of the city. So yeah, that was cool. And I'm excited to see what happens next. I'm gonna keep going to meetings. Right now, I definitely still feel like I'm getting the lay of the land. Like, I'm not sure kind of where different members are on certain issues, or what the procedure is yet. So still getting the hang of things, but it's really cool. It is really cool. And I got to tell you, now having been to a couple of these meetings, if you grab a few friends, you could literally, like, do so many cool things. I think in total at the meeting earlier today we had maybe 25 people. If I had to take a stab, maybe less. So it's, you actually have a say. It's not like you are one of, 6 million people in the Zoom call and you wait 3 hours to get your chance to speak for 1 minute. It's not like that. So I think that's cool. Go join your local DSA chapter. And, like, right now is when a lot of the local politicking is going on, and when you're going to be able to wield the most power. So now's the time to get involved.